Wedy Williams has made it clear that she's not a fan of Diddy and his actions. Recently, she returned from her hiatus and didn't hold back when it came to calling him out. Wendy has been in retirement for a while now, but she came back with all the smoke for Diddy, showing she's ready to expose him once and for all. Her return to the spotlight had fans buzzing as she served up all the drama and juicy details in her signature Wedy Williams fashion. People have been eager for Wendy's take on Diddy, especially given the mounting lawsuits and his recent controversial behavior. She didn't disappoint. Wendy wasted no time diving into the mess, delivering the tea that fans have been waiting for. But before we break down her comments, it's worth looking at the history between Wendy and Diddy to understand why their relationship has soured. Wendy was always a controversial figure, often ruffling feathers in the celebrity world. Many stars didn't particularly like her, but when it comes to Diddy, he seemed to have a special disdain for her. In fact, Diddy's animosity toward Wendy appeared stronger than his issues with other celebrities. So what exactly happened between them? What most people don't know is that Wendy and Diddy weren't always enemies. In fact, they had a decent relationship in the early 90s. Back in December 1991, before Diddy had even started Bad Boy Records, he and rapper Heavy D organized a charity basketball game at City College of New York. The event was intended to raise money for AIDS foundations, but it turned tragic when the event was oversold, leading to a stampede that left 9 people dead and 29 others injured. Diddy came under intense criticism following the disaster, especially when it was revealed that the funds raised for the charities never actually reached them. Worse, some of the organizations involved claimed they didn't even know Diddy had been fundraising in their name. The media went hard on him, but Wedy Williams was one of the few who defended him. She chopped up the incident to a misunderstanding and urged her audience to give him the benefit of the doubt, believing he deserved a chance to make things right. However, things between Diddy and Wendy soured after this. According to rumors, Wendy allegedly came across a compromising photo of Diddy during a group trip to Cancun. The story goes that someone caught a moment where another person was seen pulling down Diddy's pants, which led to an awkward situation for the music mogul. This alleged incident reportedly caused a rift between Wendy and Diddy, though the full details of their fallout remain unclear. Since then, their relationship has been rocky, with Wendy continuing to call out Diddy for his actions. Now, with Diddy facing more legal and personal issues, Wendy has come out of retirement to take aim at him once again. Fans are eager to see how this drama plays out, especially now that Wendy is back in action.
Puff got one of the hottest DJs off of Hot 97 because she wanted to put up a picture of him getting his pants pulled down. You understand what I'm saying? Puff had power.
Speaking of that, right, I'm happy you brought that up. Kirk Burrows, I did an interview with him some months ago, and he told a story about Wedy Williams. She got fired from Hot 97 because she had a picture of Puffy, and she was saying on air that she was going to reveal the picture. If you don't mind, because he told me the story, but he didn't go into detail. He never told me about what was in the picture. So if you don't mind, give me the story from your point of view and what was in the picture, because for some reason, he never went into detail about that.
We were in Cancun. And we were on our way to the island of women. You understand? And this is all it was, bro. For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. When he grabbed his trunk to pull them down, some girls that was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wedy Williams. Wedy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like he was gay, something like that. And she was going to put it out. So they stopped her from putting it out.
And they got her fired from Hot 97 because of that.
As if the alleged photo drama wasn't messy enough, there are rumors that Diddy took it further, allegedly attempting to have Wendy jumped by members of his girl group Total. The drama continues to unfold.
I remember I got off the air one day and them Total bitches were downstairs waiting, and everybody upstairs at the radio station is looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. I wasn't yet married. My knight in shining armor screeched up in his car just out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was about to happen. Skell hiding like a girl. Thanks, Skell. I'm standing in the door like, what? And I'm literally about to go through. Now, I'm not like, what, let's fight, because I'm not one of those type of...
A couple years before retiring from TV, Wedy Williams discussed this in an interview, and she was visibly upset, clearly still holding a grudge over the incident.
There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wedy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now
it's no surprise that Wedy Williams and Diddy's relationship never recovered after their fallout. Wendy doesn't tolerate disrespect, and if you think she's going to back down from anyone, think again. Just ask her ex-husband Kevin Hunter and his mistress Sharina about how Wendy handled that situation. Now, back to Diddy, who allegedly tried to get Wendy jumped by his girl group Total. Wendy wasn't about to let something like that intimidate her into silence. If Diddy thought sending his girls after her would scare her, he was sorely mistaken. Wendy came back harder than ever, turning up the heat on him and spilling even more tea as her way of clapping back. When Wendy claps back, she does it big. A few months after her near confrontation with Total, she went for the jugular. Wendy leaked a photo of Diddy's son Justin Combs hanging out with none other than Suge Knight, Diddy's biggest rival. Talk about hitting where it hurts. The photo was incredibly embarrassing for Diddy, especially considering the bad blood between him and Suge Knight. Their feud went way back to the height of the East Coast vs. West Coast rivalry, and the animosity between them was intense. Wendy knew exactly what she was doing by stirring the pot with this move, but that wasn't all. Back then, Diddy was already dealing with drama surrounding his son Justin and his ex, Misa Hilton. Rumors were swirling that Diddy had denied being Justin's father, even claiming the kid wasn't his and accusing Misa of trying to pin another man's child on him. With his massive ego, Diddy couldn't stomach the thought of his son being seen with his biggest enemy, Suge Knight. It was a huge slap in the face, and Wendy was quick to use it against him. Meanwhile, while Diddy was busy denying paternity claims, whispers were circulating about how he treated Misa behind closed doors. According to sources, it wasn't pretty. Allegedly, Diddy was physically abusive toward Misa, and it wasn't just a one-off incident. It was reportedly ongoing and brutal. Wendy, always ready to expose the drama, knew exactly how to keep the heat on Diddy, and she wasn't afraid to air his dirty laundry for all to see.
That for you, cause
Misa was out there. She was messing with the dude from EPMD. That's why Puff first beat her ass.
According to reports, Misa Hilton was with Suge Knight because she needed financial support for their son Justin, as Diddy wasn't helping. Diddy, however, became outraged when he saw the photo of Justin with Suge, failing to realize that if he had supported Misa and his son, none of this would have happened. Following the leak, Diddy began attacking Wendy, going after her relentlessly. Wendy's now ex-husband Kevin Hunter later spoke out in an interview, revealing just how close Diddy came to ruining Wendy's life and career, showing the lengths he went to in trying to discredit her.
Is it true that Diddy got her fired from the radio station? Did he have anything to do with that?
I think that he had, yes, I think he had, well, let's be clear, nobody got fired.
Okay.
He got suspended.
Okay.
Yeah. Did he use his influence and power with Steve Smith and him at the time, and God knows whatever his relationship was with the overall station, because Bad Boy was a powerhouse. We all know how Bad Boy dominated a large part of the 90s. And as far as New York, you know, there was a powerhouse. So was he, you know, King Joffrey Joe? Yeah. Did he go in there and shake him up and say, yo, you know, I want this chick off?
But again, Wedy Williams was never one to back down, especially when it came to Diddy. She was one of the first to see through his facade and realized he wasn't the good guy he tried to portray. Wendy always kept her ear to the streets, so she wasn't fooled by Diddy's antics. When Cassie finally broke free from his grip, Diddy tried to pull off a public romantic stunt, declaring Cassie was his one true love, claiming he couldn't live without her and offering what seemed like a heartfelt apology. The most, it might have appeared sweet, but Wendy wasn't buying it. She saw right through it as nothing more than damage control. Wendy had her own insights into the breakup, hinting that there was far more happening behind the scenes than the public realized. She suggested that the real story was far more complicated, and that Diddy's public display of affection was just a cover-up for the issues they were facing privately.
You know, my thing about when you date a mogul is that it's really difficult to avoid them, because if you use your head, you never know when they're going to pop up on the scene. Like, he's mogul, like he can hire a plane right now, zoom it to South Africa, land on the roof of the hotel where she's staying, okay? Pay people off at the front desk, give me the key and let me up in her room. Like, I'm already paranoid as a person. But to know that somebody could actually swoop down on me in the middle of nothing.
When Diddy posted a screenshot of Michael Jackson's song, The Lady in My Life, with the message, "If anyone sees Cassie this weekend, please tell her to listen to this song 100 times. It had everyone feeling some type of way. On the surface, it seemed like Diddy was heartbroken, genuinely in love with Cassie, and desperately wanting her back. To many, it appeared romantic. But Wedy Williams saw right through the act. She immediately called him out, suggesting that Diddy had been controlling with Cassie and that the situation wasn't as it seemed. Given what we know about Diddy now, it's clear Wendy's instincts were spot on all along. Unfortunately, Wendy wasn't able to weigh in on the situation at the time due to her own health challenges. In 2023, after undergoing a series of medical tests, Wendy was diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontal temporal dementia. These conditions, which impact her language, communication, behavior, and cognitive functions, have created significant hurdles in Wendy's life. But even through these struggles, her fans eagerly awaited her return, knowing that Wendy would bring the best commentary to situations like this. Now, it seems that Wendy is on the mend. She recently sat down for an interview about Diddy, and it's clear that she's been following the chaos. Wendy made no effort to hide the fact that she's been thoroughly enjoying Diddy's downfall. She's been living for the drama, and it's evident that she's been keeping a close eye on everything that's been happening.
7 years ago because of Diddy. All these years later to see where Diddy currently is. What do you feel about that situation?
Right. Hey, when I watch TMZ and I see the stuff that goes on, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden I see me on TMZ. You know what I'm saying? It's really weird seeing me on TV when I'm caught in this position. You know what I'm saying? The other day I was watching Cookout, and there I am in the first opening scene. I was like, oh my God. Season 1, episode 13, there I am on Martin. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Diddy will go to prison for life, people. You don't know things that I knew about Diddy back in the day, and you want to know what? It's about time, people. It is about time. Diddy done.
She still got it.
Diddy done, do-da day.
How you doing?
See, she still got it.
Wendy.
Oh my God.
The queen has spoken. There you have it.
That's right. This is just the first step of many.
As Wendy Williams said, Diddy is done, and she's clearly living for the drama. Fans couldn't help but react, flooding the comments with praise for Wendy. Some said, Wendy Williams still got it, while others pointed out, she said Diddy's done and it's about time. Fans were eager to see Wendy back in her element, with one commenting, she still knows things. Get her chair, a camera, and the baby mama chart now. But then a question surfaced. What did you know, Wendy, and when did you know it? People wondered why Wendy didn't speak out sooner, especially when so much of Diddy's drama was already public. It's a familiar narrative, Epstein, Weinstein, and the people only speak out when the truth is already out there. Could we have had this Diddy done moment years ago? Drop your thoughts in the comments, then check out the next video